you are how old and you don't know about credit, don't worry. I learned about it late in life too. Come on in and have a seat. If we have never met before, my name is Samil. I have decided to create a place where I talk about my life experiences and the mistakes I made, and hoping that you don't make the same mistakes because I want to give you the game. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in and you like updates, and when I drop a video, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when my new videos come out. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. Yes, we are talking about everybody's favorite subject, credit. Yes, everybody needs to know how important credit is in order to live a good, healthy, happy life. So I seen this post on Facebook, and it said, not being taught about credit is one of the biggest failures of our education system. And I totally agree. When I was in school, way back when, we were not taught about credit. And it's so crazy. And quick story, I was not taught about credit in my finance class. I was taught about fixed rate and variable rate mortgages before I knew about credit. And that's crazy to me that I can remember that and didn't remember anything about credit. Credit is very important to our lives because it determines the purchases that we make going from today to basically when we stop applying for things that we need in our life. And if you don't know, I have notes so that I don't forget anything. So the first thing that I want to touch on is FICO scores. Okay, so from the My FICO website, which I will actually link down below, FICO definition is: FICO score is a 3-digit number based on the information in your credit reports. It helps lenders determine how likely you are to repay the loan. This in turn affects how much you can borrow, how many months you have to repay it, and how much it will cost to repay it with interest. I will do another video about the pros and cons of having good versus bad credit. Again, this video is for people that have never used credit, have not heard of it, have not been taught about it. Maybe they want to, maybe you want to teach your children about credit and may not know exactly how to explain it. So that's why I'm here tonight, because it is very important for us, especially working class people, to know about credit and how it affects us in our everyday lives. There is a 3-digit score. Everyone is blessed with a 3-digit, and here I say blessed, right? Some of us are just blessed from a young age to have a wonderful credit score, and some of us might have messed up, and then some of us just never uses it. You know, everything is paid for in cash, which something else we got to stop, but that's another video. So we are blessed with a 3-digit score, and that score is called a FICO score. Now this is different from your Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Your FICO score is a score that is used by lenders to determine your credit worthiness. So the FICO score ranges on a scale from 200 to 800. Now I know it's at 800, but I don't know exactly if it's anything lower than 2, but I know it's from 2 to 800. 200 being the possible worst. 200 is when you can't get anything. 200 to 600 is just where you will apply for something and most likely have to pay a higher interest rate because the credit score is low. If I can give an example, you are getting ready to buy a car, and you have a credit score of $500. $500. Okay, sorry. You have a credit score of 500. Now, it may be possible that you can get the car with a higher down payment and maybe more months to pay on it, but your interest rate will probably be in double digits as opposed to somebody who has a credit score of, let's just say on the low end, 670 up to 800, where their interest rate is maybe in the single digits. So having a lower score really impacts your payments. It impacts things such as when you apply for jobs, they look at your credit score. When you apply for car insurance, they look at your credit score. When you apply for housing, cars, credit cards, store cards, maybe an office space for your business, they all factor credit scores in because they want to know if you are able to pay it. Now, do I agree with how the system runs? No. I think it's more of like a punishing technique that they use to people that have lower credit scores to pay higher interest rates. And you think like, okay, I don't have the money in the first place, so why are you charging me more? In a sense, like I said, I don't agree, but in a sense I get it, to say that, okay, I need to get my credit score up so that I don't have to waste my money in interest charges. I can just pay my principal, as they call it, which is the actual amount of your car note or your mortgage payment, and not have that much interest to pay on that loan as well. If you are someone like me, and yes, I am in the credit building phase of my life because I did mess up, because I was not taught about how credit works. I was always taught to save money, but as far as credit, no, I was not taught that. And a lot of us are not taught, but we need to know going forward. We need to know because we should not be wasting money in interest charges if we don't have to. When we talk about credit building, normally you can start with credit cards, unsecured and secured credit cards. Now, there are videos on credit. There are many videos on YouTube about credit and trying to build your credit and the difference between secure and unsecured credit cards. I can link a couple of those in the description down below so that you can look into that for building credit, okay? Your score is reported to 3 agencies. That is Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. A good rule of thumb is if you go to annualcreditreport.com, you can get your free credit report every year. Now, with the pandemic that happened, because everybody's out here walking around without a mask now, they have it where, I don't know if it's still, where you can get your credit report every month. Now, don't quote me, I don't know if that's something they're still doing, but you can get your credit report every month. Creditors are the companies or lenders that you will apply to for, again, housing, cars, credit cards, store cards. And they look at your credit score, those 3 digits that I mentioned in the beginning. They look at your credit score to see how high it is. They also tend to look at your, I think it's the debt to credit ratio. So when you do have, or when you have established credit, they want your usage of, if you have credit cards, or if you have credit cards, things like that, they want it to be on the low end, because they want to know that you are able to manage your payments. So again, not only the higher the credit score, the better the chances of approval for any of these things that you decide to apply for in life, because that is what the credit score is for those things that you want to apply for in life. But also to see your credit to debt ratio and seeing how much you owe, and if we can trust you with adding another loan onto it, that you will pay us on time, and that you will pay us on time and the amount that you agreed to.
Another quick gem, if you didn't already know, it's always best to pay your credit cards, mortgage, car payments by the statement date of your payments, because that's when it actually shows up on your credit report, not the day that is due. Continue.
So I want to have everybody who watched this video to drop down in my comment section and let me know their experience with credit. Has it been good? Has it been bad? Indifferent? I just want to know, because it kind of lets me know, like, in certain generations just not taught or be in depth about credit. So I would love for you to go ahead and drop down in the comments and express to me your credit journey, as well as to subscribe as well. So your overall goal when you are trying to start your credit journey or either rebuild your credit journey is to have the highest score possible, as much as possible, as high as 800 can be, as close to 800 you can be. If you have to repair credit, when you're repairing credit, it is kind of just to clean up all the discrepancies, clean up all the things that don't belong to you, so it looks cleaner. So when people or lenders go to look at your credit report, it's just straight up and down. It's okay, they have a mortgage, okay, they have a car note, okay, they have student loans. It's not okay, a credit card that didn't get paid, or it's not a store card that hasn't been paid in a while, or this went to collections, or you have this bankruptcy, or if you have this repossession. It's a clean record where they can just see all of your things that you've applied for, that you were given, that you pay on every month on time without any problem. In summary, credit is very important, and I wish that they started teaching credit as soon as, I'm gonna say, 2nd grade, even just the basics. They need to teach credit to kids, and kids need to learn about credit and know about credit and know about finances and know about saving and know about investing, especially people of color. No matter what, no matter who you are, no matter what color you are, no matter your origin, no matter your heritage, everybody needs to know about credit, especially if you live in America. We all need to know about that. And like I said, here I am in my 30s, and I learned later in life, and it's hurting me to rebuild, but I'm rebuilding, and it's a journey, but it is something that we have to do, and it's the things that we have to know. So I made this video because I'm really passionate about my people, being able to live the life that they want to live and not living the life that they have to live. Applying for apartments or houses in the areas that they want to be in, not the ones that they have to settle for. Applying for cars that nobody has ever driven, except for maybe on the showroom floor, as opposed to having to get a car that's been driven before by somebody else. I think everybody should have that luxury, especially with a car. You know, I love cars. Everybody should have that luxury of driving a brand new car. Now, lucky for me, I was able to drive a brand new car one time. Now, we ain't gonna talk about how long ago that was, but I was. It actually just had 24 miles on it, and that was from the showroom floor back onto the track. Look, I'm getting off subject. But anyway, I want my people of color, to understand the importance of credit. So if you've never heard of credit and you need to go back through this video just to learn just a little bit about it, because there are so many videos about credit, but there's so many more videos about rebuilding, and you have to know what credit is first before you can rebuild if you have to go through that phase. So I think that's it for tonight. I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Again, I am Samil. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.